counting down to first pitch in Miami tonight. It's the Braves and Marlins next. In its final season as a Major League ballpark, there's a good look at Sun Life Stadium here in Miami as it'll play host to this edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight it's Game 2 of this 3-game series as it'll be the Atlanta Braves taking on the Florida Marlins. And hello again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here, set to bring you what should be an entertaining ball game. Major League veterans Dave Campbell and Eric Harris will join me in a moment. But first, let's hop right into our starting lineup. It's presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And set to face these guys, a real strikeout artist, veteran right-hander Javier Vasquez. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Standing in is leadoff man Martin Prado as we're just about set to get this one underway. And the first pitch is taken for ball one as we're underway tonight in South Florida.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. A diving effort there by Ramirez, but he can't quite get there. It's a base hit.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Chipper Jones will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game in which the team could muster all of 1 run. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
And a nice job of keeping that runner right where he is.
And it runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Yeah, 2 straight curveballs here to start him out, but he wasn't biting on either one of them.
And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Boy, living dangerously already here in the 1st inning. That's a hit and a walk he surrendered to the first 2 batters.
Brian McCann will stand in now in an early RBI spot in the top of the 1st. And he gets ahead 0-1.
And with 2 on and no out, you could call this both a strikeout situation or a double play situation. He'd be happy to take either.
Look back from Vasquez. His pitch. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. But this will stay in the park as it's off the wall out there. And a relay home. And Buck's tag will be too late as the run is in to score.
I tell you what, anytime you get a 1st inning visit from your pitching coach, something ain't working out there. You know, here's what he's saying. Look, we need you to figure this out. We need some innings out of you here. Let's go.
Jason Hayward will stand in looking to keep this 1st inning rally hot. First pitch coming. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
And now down 2-0 early. If you can believe it, you've got to go into damage control already and minimize this early deficit.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Goes the other way as this is down the line at 3rd. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Fouled toward the 3rd base dugout, but this will get back into the seats out of play. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Good time for the strikeout right there. That runner has to stay at 2nd now with 1 out, so a fly ball here will not do the trick.
Dan Ugla will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. And a ball, 1-0. Out in front there as this is rolled fouled off to the left. One out and a runner on second base. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Already 20 pitches here in the first. That's got to be a cause for concern.
Well hit to right, but foul. Ready with another 2-2. And he reaches out for one and may have chased it as this is skied into the air to straightaway center. And he can't track it down as this ball falls. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game.
Well, this is a nice little cushion to have early in the game. Anytime you can race out to a 3-0 lead in the first, you've got to feel pretty good about things.
Nate McLouth is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. And you got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And why help him out when he can't hit the broadside of a barn?
Oh, and Buck can't find the grip. It's off his glove. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And he's not looking all that comfortable out there to start this first inning. I mean, this is not anywhere close. And he's going to need to figure out what's wrong here pretty darn soon.
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
And now on 3-2, let's see if he gets a fastball here.
Three runs already home here. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with only one away.
And he just doesn't look very comfortable out here to begin the ball game. Already his second walk here in the first inning. You know that was not part of his game plan.
So first and second with one man gone, and striding in is the shortstop Alex Gonzalez. Here's the first offering. Right there for strike one.
Yeah, smart to be taking a pitch after a walk, but I bet he wishes he had the green light there. That pitch was grooved.
Now a swing and a ball pulled down the line to third. Infante for one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Braves 3 and the Marlins nothing. Now the starting lineup for the Marlins is put together by skipper Edwin Rodriguez. Looks like this. They'll be opposed by the sinker ball specialist, veteran right-hander Derek Lowe. A look at the Braves alignment behind him, featuring a former Gold Glover Nate McLouth in center field. Getting ready, there you see Chris Coughlin as he'll start things out here in the home first. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
All right, they've staked him to a 3-run lead before he's throwing a pitch. Let's see what he can do with it.
Here's the 1-0. And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. Here's a ball chopped toward the second baseman. Uggla's throw is right there for the first out. Our umpires for tonight's ball game: the sheriff is behind the plate. That's Dallas Hodges. Max Stafford works first. Raleigh McClure at second. And crew chief Ed Coleman rounds out the crew over at third. Omar Infante will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. Now a swing and another ground ball, this one out to short. On to first, and very quickly 2 out here in the home first.
And this will be a big key for him as we continue on tonight. Can he keep the ball on the ground? And after 2 batters and 2 groundouts, he's off to a good start.
So the first 2 are set down in the inning, and it'll be up to Vlad to keep it going. Fouled back. And this will be fouled away. Now here's the pitch. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. This one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. second inning coming up here in South Florida. The Braves lead it 3-0. Joe Mather leads things off now in the top half of the second. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
Here we go again. He's fallen behind already here to start the second. I guess he didn't learn his lesson.
Two-0 count, the pitch. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
And too many 3-ball counts early in the ball game will just drive that pitch count up.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
Yeah, he must have been looking for that same breaking ball because that pitch, it's right there.
Full count offering on its way. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this is swung on and grounded to Ramirez at short. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Well, this winds up being a ground out, but still, that's not a bad at-bat. He made him throw a lot of pitches to get that out.
Derek Lowe will be the batter. Now here's the first pitch. Here's a swing and a ball hit softly on the line. And this will be put away easily for the out. Martin Prado will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle, and this is knocked down on the mound. But they'll get the out at first anyway, and that, rather bizarrely, will end the inning. So after the 3-spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Braves on top, 3-0. Michael Stanton will step in now, hoping to extend his hitting streak to 8 games here. First pitch coming. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. A solo shot here off the bat of Mike Stanton. And the Marlins strike for a run. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
And more importantly for him, that's his first big league homer, and I can tell you from experience, that is quite a thrill.
John Buck will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Fouled back. Now low ready, the 0-1. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Good to bounce back after the home run to get that ground ball out. You always worry about a guy losing his concentration and compounding his problems by making another bad pitch.
Logan Morrison will take his cuts now. Too low, 1-0. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. One and two now as that's in there at the knees. Bases are empty, one man out. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and when you miss wild like that, it certainly does not help you set up your next pitch.
Fouled straight back. Couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Throw to first takes care of him, though, for out number 2 as he's retired on the putout, 2-3. Ronnie Belliard will get his first cuts here. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this is a foul ball. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
He's come back strong since giving up the leadoff home run. Doesn't look like it's phased him at all.
And he misses there. 1-2.
And that'll serve a useful purpose if you can go after the outside corner low and away now.
Two out, nobody on. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Grounded foul, still 2 strikes. And this is fouled straight back. And Belliard able to lay off there, so he works it back to even at 2-2.
Boy, and I'm exhausted just watching this at-bat unfold.
And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. 1 in the inning for the Marlins, and it comes on the home run by Mike Stanton. We've played 2. It's the Braves 3 and the Marlins 1. Chipper Jones will step in now and lead things off for the Braves. He'll be followed by Brian McCann waiting on deck. This pitch is hit rather sharply toward the third base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Now the 0-1 is swung on and bounced to the shortstop Ramirez. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Looked like it was going to be a short outing for him after that 3-run first, but he's settled in now and has retired the last 5 in a row.
So 1 away now for Brian McCann. Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Well, these guys aren't wasting a whole lot of time up there. You know, they've taken an aggressive approach here early in the count, and it's paid off for them through the first few innings.
Jason Hayward will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
Comes set, now the pitch. Ball 2. Three and 2 now.
Well, he's determined to get him to chase that slider sooner or later.
Misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
And boy, those last few pitches there were nowhere close to the strike zone. When you've got 2 strikes on a guy, you've got a little more margin for error, but not that much.
So 2 men are on with 1 man out, and that'll bring in the powerful second baseman, Dan Uggla. And he lays off there, 1-0. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Got to credit their patience here in this inning. They're just letting him work himself into trouble.
Two and 1 now.
Ah, boy, when you're a middle-of-the-lineup guy and you get a good one to hit 2-0, you got to turn it loose.
Now the 2-1 here to Uggla. Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
And now this becomes a big pitch, especially when you're struggling with command.
Don't let him score.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Braves strand 1 as the lead remains 3-1. Hanley Ramirez will stand in. couple of hits in that ball game last night. Here's the first offering. And, not quite sure what was wrong with that one, but it's 1-0.
Boy, that looked pretty good. You hate to give a guy like that extra strikes to work with because he can make them hurt you.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. And that misses. 2-1. Now a ball hit back up the middle to his left. He's there. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Javier Vasquez will take his first cut to the ball game here. And a slider tails outside for ball one.
And he'll sling that thing across the strike zone, but he can't nip the corner.
And this is fouled back and out of play. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
On a swing to forget there, it's back even at 2-2.
Folks, that is definitely a pitcher's swing right there.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are two away now.
Sinker in the dirt that time, and it almost got away from him behind the plate. But that's good awareness to gather this thing and record the out at first base.
Chris Coughlin will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Swinging a liner back through the box. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with two men out.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cages, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Omar Infante will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Swing and a ground ball to short for Gonzalez. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. One left for Florida. They still trail it here 3-1. Nate McLouth will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Just a perfect spot for that fastball.
Go, Marlins.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And a pitch taken by McLouth, and it's back to 2-2 now. The 2-2 coming. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Swing, and he pulls the fastball that time high in the air toward fairly deep right center. Therefore, it is Stanton, and he's got it for the first out. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both of these guys working in pretty much the same realm, just a 1 mile an hour differential from 94 down to 93 as the top speeds. Alex Gonzalez will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Lays off 1-0. Three to 1 is our score here in inning number 4. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And after that early blip on the radar, he's come back to look much sharper these last couple of innings.
Fouled back. Pitch count for Vasquez, 65 after that last one. The pitch. And that is swung missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
And I'll tell you what, with the 8th place hitter due up, you'd love to get a 1-2-3 here and force that pitcher to lead off the following inning.
Joe Mather will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First offering on the way. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. Fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
And you've got the pitcher on deck, so if you lose this guy, it's okay.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And the fastball here is hit on the ground, but foul. Now the 2-2 pitch. And he missed with this one up around the noggin. Now it's full.
And already we're seeing a lot of deep counts early in the ball game. These can really start to pile up if you're not careful.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job of running the count full and then coaxing out the pass.
Well, with the pitcher on deck and 2 outs, that's certainly not going to hurt him all that much. You'd rather take your chances with a pitcher anyway.
Derek Lowe will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. First pitch to him. And that misses, ball 1.
And after the 2-out walk, now is where you really need to make these guys pay.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
And with 2 outs, you gotta throw strikes to the pitcher.
Swing here on 2-0 as this is in the air out to straightaway center. And the catch made there by Coughlin to retire the side. 1 left for Atlanta, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. A look at the National League scoreboard as we get the latest on what's happening in the senior circuit. Vladimir Guerrero will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. And a swing by Guerrero, but he gets under it and lifts a fly ball. Therefore, it is Hayward now, one away. So one gone in the inning now, and here's the right fielder, Mike Stanton. Low for ball one. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2. John Buck will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now the first pitch. And that misses inside 1-0.
Another really close pitch there. He's been around the strike zone quite a bit. You know, sometimes that can be good. Other times, though, it can make you a little too predictable out there.
Now a ball lying toward right center. Dives and he makes the catch. How about that for an exclamation point to the end of the inning? Florida down and ordered, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Martin Prado will step in, a groundout victim as last time. Line hard to the left side. Foul. Vasquez ready with the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, he just keeps moving right along. After that rough start in the first, he has put up nothing but zeros since.
So one away in the inning, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Chipper Jones. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Three runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Not a bad spot to miss. He might even go chase it out there.
Outside, 2-1.
And now on the mound, you lose the advantage of strike one by missing with 2 straight.
Now a fastball that's popped up out towards short right field. Infante is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning to this point. You can see the total is 82. He's been fairly consistent in his outing so far.
Brian McCann will dig in here, 2 for 2 with a double thus far. Now the first pitch. Ball 1.
And this guy's got 2 of their 4 hits tonight, so he's been one of their few bright spots.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
And he's really found that changeup here in the middle innings.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So a strong inning of work that time from Javier Vasquez. He's still down, though, by a count of 3-1. Logan Morrison steps in now. First pitch coming. Ball 1. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
Boy, have a rip at that one.
Here's low with the 1-1. Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2.
And even with 2 strikes, that's not a tough pitch to lay off there.
And over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And that is off the wall. Around first, on his way to second now. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
And this is still just a 2-run deficit, so that's good work there to find a seam leading off the inning. Now that'll at least bring the tying run to the plate with nobody out.
Ronnie Belliard will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And oh my gracious, where did that pitch miss? It's called ball 1.
Yeah, and I think the home plate umpire just flat missed that one.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
A little bit of sinking action on that fastball.
Sinker is right there for a called strike 2.
And now the name of the game is put the ball in play. You cannot have a strikeout here.
Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Swing and a shot toward right center. And this is going to find the alley. Extra bases here for Ramirez. And McLeod gets this in off the wall. And the second run will score as that evens things at 3. So 2 runs are in on the double there, and we've got ourselves a tie ball game. Javier Vasquez will dig in, 0 for 1 in the ball game. And they'll try to get the man to third as he puts this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
And that is fundamentally as good as it gets. You see him get the bat head out, just like you're always taught, And on just one pitch, your pitcher does the job so he can get back into that dugout and rest up a bit.
Chris Coughlin will dig in, 1 for 2 to this point in the ball game. And he starts him out with, well, it looked like a strike, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, it's been a high-stress inning on the mound. Now he's looking for a little help from the home plate umpire, but not finding it.
The next pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. And that'll bring in the go-ahead run from third. It's now a 4-3 game.
Yeah, he knows that a ground ball will likely get that run in from third. So he just uses the big part of the infield here, and sure enough, that does the trick.
Omar Infante will dig in, 0 for 2 thus far. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And with Vlad on deck and 2 outs, this is definitely the guy you want right here.
Now a ball hit hard towards center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And Matt, that sinker's not going to fool anybody when it catches that much of the plate. He's going to need to get it down.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and here comes Vlad. Fastball swung on and hit on the ground at third. They'll go the short way to Ugla for the force out, and that'll end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Florida's out in front, 4-3. Jason Hayward will step in to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th. First pitch here is reached for and hit on the ground to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Leadoff man gone, and that's a good sign on the mound. You see his numbers to this point. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 3 runs allowed, but it looks like he's starting to settle in a bit.
So 1 gone now for Dan Ugla. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball there from Vasquez. It's 0-1.
And you can see him starting to make adjustments on the mound as this game has gone on.
And a swing and a miss as Ugla falls behind here quickly, 0-2.
And one thing you can say about him on the mound, he certainly has been the aggressor in this at-bat, coming right after him.
Swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
So much for being in trouble out there. He gets the first 2 outs on only 4 pitches, so he may just stick around another inning after all.
Nate McLouth will be the batter. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. There to take it is Ramirez. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Michael Stanton will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. And he takes ball 1.
And he's already extended the hitting streak with that home run earlier, so he won't have to worry about that.
Two and 0. Two and 1. Swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2 and 2.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
Sinker, 3 and 2 now.
And that's Lowe's bread and butter right there. Good job to lay off it.
The 3-2 pitch. Swing and he pops him up over near second. Gonzalez is right there, and he's got it for the first out.
I imagine they'd like to get one more inning out of him, and he's off to a good start. You see the numbers, 5 1/3, 4 runs allowed. Not the greatest performance, but passable.
So 1 away in the inning, and that'll bring up the catcher, John Buck. Now here's the first pitch. And, oh, you got to call that. That's right on the corner, but it's 1-0.
Yeah, that's getting bailed out at the plate.
Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. One pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2.
And you've basically got to go up there looking sinker almost every pitch when Lowe's on the mound.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Four runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Sets the 2-2 pitch. And this is lined right back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
First hit of the series for him right there. He'd been 0 for 6 until that point, so maybe this can get him started.
Logan Morrison will dig in, 1 for 2 with a double in this one. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
And you can bet he's going to see plenty of sinkers in this at-bat. They need him to hit one on the ground.
Come on, let's keep it going.
From the belt, the pitch. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1.
That would have been a good one to offer at there.
He's running towards second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw in time at second, and McCann has nailed him trying to take second base. Grounded foul.
No, that's foul.
He'll try again, 1-2.
Ball.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. 7th inning coming up. The Marlins on top, 4-3. And since we've already seen what's going on in the National League, let's check out the AL action now on our out-of-town scoreboard. Alex Gonzalez We'll dig in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Hit hard to the left side. And that's going to be a base hit. So the possible tying run is aboard here to start the 7th.
And this is everything you could ask for when you're leading off an inning down by 1. Now you've got all sorts of options here to try to get that tying run into scoring position.
Here comes Marlins manager Edwin Rodriguez now on his way to the mound. And that's going to do it for Javier Vasquez. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Edward Mujica will come on now as he'll take over in inning number 7. Joe Mather will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And at a 4-3 game late, every at-bat takes on added significance.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
And on the mound, he needs that put-away instinct right here.
Low with the fastball that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, if he went down to go after that last pitch, why not throw the same pitch in the same spot? Bit more prudent this time, though.
Out in front here as this is pulled down the third base line. Throw over by Belliard, 1 away. Eric Hinsky is going to come into the ballgame as a pinch hitter now, and that'll do it for Lowe here. And that's in there for strike 1.
And we are right on the teetering point in this ball game. Each at bat could be a make or break now.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And he lays off the 0-2 splitter. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, so the pinch hitter is retired.
All right, a big strikeout there. And, that keeps that tying run at second with 2 away now.
Martin Prado will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Good opposite field power here as this fastball is taken high and deep to right. Stanton is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. Braves strand 1. Score holds at 4-3. Peter Moylan will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Ronnie Belliard will step in to get things started for the Marlins. He'll be followed by the dangerous Hanley Ramirez on deck. And this is low, ball 1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now. Fouled back. Now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, McCann did his best to frame that thing, but the home plate umpire was not buying it.
On the ground down the first base line, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2. Here's one hit towards the hole. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
This is a big inning here. You're down only 1 with the heart of the order coming up next time you get in, so that's a good first step.
Leadoff man gone, so they'll work against the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
And pretty obvious that he didn't care for that call too much. You can see the look of disgust there.
And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Pitch on the way. That misses. 1-2. One out, nobody on. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
In a one-run game like this, just keeping this guy off base is a big development because he can do his damage in a lot of different ways.
John Baker will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. And this one's a bit higher as that's in there at the knees for the first strike.
He had him out in front, but he couldn't pull the trigger.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
And he's just throwing darts now. They have not been able to pick him up.
Hit hard but foul. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Up with it is Ugla. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Chipper Jones will lead things off when we come back. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Marlins 4 and the Braves 3. So a new pitcher is set to go now, as we'll see the right-hander Brian Sanchez get the call. And there indeed is Chipper Jones. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. And now Leo Nunez starts to loosen up in the Florida bullpen. And a ball, 1-0.
And now with a new pitcher in there and 2, 3, 4 due up, this leadoff man becomes a very important guy to get through.
The 1-0 pitch. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone. Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Brian McCann will be the batter, 2 for 3 with a double thus far. And that misses for ball 1.
And this guy's got 2 of their 5 hits, so he's trying to make it 3 out of 6.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses again, 2-0.
No strike.
Now the 2-0 home to McCann. And he watches this one in there for a high strike.
Boy, almost an identical pitch as the last one, but this time he gets the call.
Misses, so they fall behind McCann here, 3-1.
And this is the potential tying run up there, so you've got to make him swing the bat here.
Jason Hayward waits on deck. Lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, the last thing a manager wants to happen in this spot is to have his pitcher suddenly lose the strike zone and put the possible tying run on base. He's starting to paint himself into a corner now.
Jason Hayward will be the batter, 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Now there's a swing by Hayward as he mashes this ball out to deep right field. Stanton is back for a look, but this will sail over the wall for a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 11 for him on the season. As they will take the lead here, it's now a 5-4 ball game.
Quite the turn of events right here. He leaves that pitch out over the plate where he could do something with it. And now all of a sudden, this lead changes hands on one swing here in the 8th.
Kevin Millwood will get the call here as he'll take over with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Dan Ugla will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And how tough is it to come in right out of the pen and have to face this guy?
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
He's looking like he's a little too amped up out there. He's got to channel that a little more because that pitch wasn't that close.
And a big swing there as this is sent high and deep to left field. And I don't think this park or any other will hold that ball. That one is gone. So a solo home run for Dan Uggla. 8th home run on the season for him, and it's now 6-4.
Well, he got himself a pitch to hit that time, and just like the man before him, he takes it over the wall.
Marlins will get the call here as he'll take over with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Nate McLouth will stand in 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
And he's still working on a 12-game hitting streak, so he needs a hit here for 13.
Hits are even at 7 apiece. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Good location on the outside corner there. 1-2.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Swing and a ball pulled into right. And that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak. Alex Gonzalez digs in at the plate. On the ground to short. Could this be 2? Infante for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Braves lead this one 6-4. Chris Coghlan will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1.
And he'll have right-handers due up second and third, so he'll be in good shape matchup-wise if he can get past this leadoff guy.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a miss as he gets this fastball by him. It's 1-1.
And this crowd was deflated after giving up the lead. How do they respond?
Changeup. Good pitch there. 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swing and a liner, but foul. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And a good throw gets him one gone. Omar Infante will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And he sails it over his head. That ball's down the line, and this is trouble. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
That's just a lack of concentration here. He tries to muscle up on the throw and sends it into orbit.
Vladimir Guerrero will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
I would imagine that Guerrero is not going to see anything near the plate now.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead.
And that's face mask high. Normally, that's not called a strike.
And this is fouled back and out of play. 1 out and a runner on second base. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. And this is on the ground toward the hole. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. In quickly with it is Hayward, so that holds the runner at third base.
And that is a controlled swing there. Great bat control. He keeps his head right on the baseball and just steers this thing into right field.
Emilio Bonifacio will come on now and pinch run here. Michael Stanton will stand in. He popped out in his last time. Pitch out, nothing doing.
Boy, and now the wheels are really starting to turn here.
Here's the 1-0. And this catches the outside corner, strike one.
Surprising that he needs the double play ball, yet he hasn't turned to the sinker yet.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is there, and he's out trying to take second.
Oof. That's costly there, especially this late in the ball game. You know, now a ball in the gap gets you one instead of two.
Both teams with 8 hits in this one. From the stretch. Lays off 2-2 now. Rolled foul off to the left, so they'll try it again. Sliced down the line at first. And he'll take it to the bag himself. That'll do it for this half of the inning. A hit and an error in the inning, but they failed to score. 9th inning coming up. The Braves lead it 6-4. Leo Nunez will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Jose Guillen is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field. Joe Mather will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point.
Joe Mather.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Yeah, he gets the call, but you don't want to make a steady habit of leaving that slider there.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Now here's the pitch. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. Swing and a line drive to center field. Oh, but he robs him on a super diving catch. And we'll get a look one more time here as we slow this play down, and you can see how quickly he reacts to the ball there as he's able to get full extension and take away the base hit. Ben Holtz will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 88, Ben Holtz.
And that swung on and missed for strike one. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw gets him, 2 down. Martin Prado will step in, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. Now a swing and a ball line softly out to right. And this ball's going to fall out there. A base hit.
A little 2-out knock right there. Might be a little too late to make something of it, but with a 2-run lead here in the ninth, you know they'd love to find a way to bring him around.
Chipper Jones will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Too low, 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Chipper so good at waiting for his pitch. He's got it to 3-1 now.
And you don't want this inning to go any further than this, so I think he'll probably get something to hit here.
Brian McCann would be next. The 3-1 pitch. In there, and it's full 3-2.
And with 2 outs here, the runner on first should be going with a pitch.
Struck him out, so a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. The Braves on top, 6-4. Johnny Venters is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. John Buck will step in, a base hit in his last time. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy, and you don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Here's the pitch. Oh, he waits back on the change there, and this is hit high and fairly deep out to left. And that ball is gone. A solo shot off the bat of John Buck. Home run number 5 on the year, and this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game.
And it probably goes without saying, but one of the keys to being a successful closer is you got to keep the ball in the ballpark. He's still got a lead to work with after this home run, but his margin for error just got a whole lot slimmer.
Logan Morrison will step in now. And now the lefty Eric O'Flaherty's up and throwing in the Braves bullpen. And they'll start him with a fastball that's low for ball 1.
And now you got to snap back in a hurry. You cannot dwell on that home run ball.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0.
And in a close ball game, I think you let him throw you one here.
And there's ball 3.
Showing real good patience there at the plate.
Off ball 4, so now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, Matt, that was a very good at bat. When you're the tying run, you get on any way you can.
Ronnie Belliard will step in with the tying run on first, so he's got to concentrate and work on getting on base here. he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2. Swing and a hard-hit grounder down the line. And that's a base hit.
There's a saying that young closers are like tea bags. You never know how strong they are till you see them in hot water. And, brother, it is scalding right now.
Osvaldo Martinez will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Hanley Ramirez will have a shot to be the hero as he's got the possible tying run at third and the winning run at second here. Yeah, there's ball 4, so the bases are loaded, and we'll see how the infield decides to play it here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Matt. If there was ever a time for a strikeout, this is it.
And it looks like a pinch hitter is going to be in order here as the powerful Wes Helms gets the nod. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
I don't think anyone's taken a breath in the last 5 minutes.
Tying and winning runs are on here with nobody out. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. He took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
And now with 2 strikes, he won't worry about trying to get a ground ball. He will definitely be gunning for the strikeout.
Gets him swinging. What a big out there, as there is now 1 away.
Oh, a big strikeout there. 1 down, 2 more to go. Now he's going to need to call on all of his skills to strand that tying run at third.
So bases are loaded. Nowhere to put him with 1 away. And it's right back to the top of the order now for Chris Coghlan. First pitch coming. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
A lot of options here defensively with that tying run at third. Corners will almost certainly go home to first.
fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
And if you're looking for a pitch up to hit a fly ball here, I don't think you're going to get one.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And he lays off again, ball 3.
And listen to this crowd now. They are into it.
Now a swing and a ground ball back up the middle. Barehanded for 1. Back to first, a double play, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, he makes the game a little closer than I'm sure he would have liked it to be, but despite giving up a run in the ninth, he's able to hold on and pick up the save.
Guys, the Braves tonight were led offensively by the exploits of this man, Dan Uggla. Strike opposed, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, man, you can see a couple of hits, including an important home run, and he really supplied the difference in this game as far as I'm concerned.
So that'll just about wrap things up. For Dave Campbell and Eric Harros, I'm Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here this evening. This has been a presentation of MLB 11 The Show. For more, get out your smartphones and click on over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 6-5. A post-game highlight package is next, so until next time, good night from South Florida.